Are we live? Just give me a... Oh, I got a thumbs up. Oh, my God.
We are live.
We are family.
Okay.
I got all my sisters from me.
And me.
Okay, but we need to start out with Michael telling me that I have crazy eyes.
You do have crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Like when you talk, your eyes, yes, like that. That's scary.
I can't help it.
It looks like you're wide awake all the time.
I have like
like
Charles Manson eyes.
Yeah, I'm half Asian, so I can't do them that big, but like that's about as wide as I can get. But you, I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's because I'm a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
I am.
Your eyes say it.
I am a crazy person.
You know, if it came out like years from now, 30 years from now, that you killed like 5 people, I would not be surprised. Like literally, you're probably keeping these secrets inside of you right now.
I'd be like the hottest serial killer ever, though. They'd be like, "Damn, she's kind of fun, though." Like,
well, you'll know
I'm
how you
just
got
kidding.
the men to where you wanted to
and
get
then
them.
I'm like, "Give me your fucking dicks. I'll eat them for breakfast."
Oh wow, like that? Okay, wow.
Give me those little sausage dicks.
You know that's amazing.
Dipping in some mustard.
Oh, that's disgusting. That like I just had a sharp pain shoot through my body to my penis, and I don't like that feeling. You know, that's the opposite effect of getting excited. Like it's amazing. Like what Lorena Bobbitt when she cut off.
I know.
And threw it out the window.
Yeah, that's
like that's
gnarly.
You.
Is
like
that me?
I could see you doing that.
I mean, if someone pissed me off enough, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I'm always on kind of the edge.
Are you really?
Oh, I live on like the spectrum.
Have you gotten in a lot of fights? Are you a fighter?
Well, see, I cry a lot, so I try not if it's like having a confrontation with someone, I cry. But then if they keep going and get like really annoying, then I fight with them.
So you cry so they can say they're sorry.
No, I cry because I get overwhelmed
That's a
by
trick
confrontation.
All women use it. It could be the woman's fault. They'll go up to their dude and be like, just start crying, and then they'll run off, and then the dude is like, oh no, I feel awful. Like that's how you reverse it on us. I'm too smart for that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I am. I really break down.
We're never getting married.
No, I really broke down women. I know all the tricks.
Do you? What are some of our other tricks?
Well, first of all, like when y'all do something wrong,
yeah,
the first thing y'all do is cry when you caught, and then you run off and go, and the second thing y'all do is, this is what I hate. It's like you'll start an argument and then you go, I don't want to talk about it. Oh. And then it's like, what are you talking about? You don't want to talk about? You're the one that started this. What are you? I don't want to talk about it. It was like, oh, stop it.
That's funny.
It's true.
You know what though? Actually, I am, because I'm Italian. Like I do like to talk, and I will keep talking. And my husband's the one that's like, I'm gonna walk away now, and I'm like, get over here right now.
Are you the person
not done
like,
yet.
Tell me your feelings? I want to know what you.
I just want to know everything. I don't really.
Well, that's why you're a good podcaster, but not good in a relationship.
Oh, thanks. He's like, well, that's why your marriage is going to fail. Just kidding.
No, it's
we've been together
great.
4 years already, and things are great.
If you don't kill him. Exactly.
I'm dead. So I'm so glad you're here. I did your podcast yesterday.
So much fun.
When this podcast comes out, it'll probably have been like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's up there.
It's awesome. It's called The Michael Yo Show, his podcast. He's very funny. As you can see, has a lot of opinions on everything, whether they're correct or not.
Whatever. I am always correct. That's the thing. I think you have met your match because you think you're right, but I am always right. And I will say this. I am so happy that, it was fun, our podcast, but then we got like really serious at the end.
I actually loved it.
And talked about death, religion, spirits, and that was amazing.
Do you know what number it is so people can look it up? It's the batch.
It's 42, because I just started the podcast.
Okay.
So it's number 42, I believe.
Episode 42.
Yeah.
You've done 42 already?
Yeah, but
That's not just starting. That's a lot of podcasts.
I used to do 2 a week, but now I'm just doing 1 a week because I'm like, I just need to chill out.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
People think, oh, you have a podcast? That's not that much work.
I gotta talk and,
I mean, yours is at your house, so you're like a little bit luckier. I have to drive an hour to get here.
But you could have this at your house if you wanted to.
I mean, I could, but who's going to come to Calabasas?
No one. Well, I don't know. Joe Rogan is out there, and everyone drives. Joe Rogan's podcast is.
It's my dream to do his podcast.
Is it really?
Did you do his podcast?
Oh yeah.
Is it fun?
It's amazing. I'm going on again in a couple weeks.
I want to meet his dog, that cute golden retriever. I don't even really care about him as much as the dog.
Well, that's not a way to get on the podcast.
Fluffy.
That is the wrong way to get on.
I just want to come meet your dog.
You're like, I don't really care about you, Joe.
I like him. Of course, I like him, and he's interesting. But the dog is so fucking cute.
Yeah.
It's
do you have a
cutest.
dog?
I have two dogs.
The wiener dog.
I have two. I have a Yorkie who's like 105. He's 16. Wiki. Why
He's
a little Yorkie because he looks like a fucking Ewok. Wiki.
Yeah.
You know, come on, get your Star Wars shit together.
Hey, I'm not a nerd like that, though.
You're a little bit of a nerd.
No.
Were you a nerd in high school?
Yes.
I know.
But not a space nerd. No. But not a space nerd. I was like just not cool. Like,
really?
Yeah, I was not like I didn't go to homecoming. I didn't have a date for homecoming.
I didn't either.
Bull.
Okay, excuse me.
Like for a girl not to have a date, that's even worse than a dude.
I didn't go to my junior or senior prom. No one asked me. I had jaw surgery when I was in 10th grade. So, because I had TMJ. Do you know what that is?
No.
So it's like when your jaw unhooks and like cracks and shit. And like, so my jaw kept fucking locking and doing all this weird shit. And it kept growing and my top jaw stopped growing. So they were like, we got to fix your face. They broke my jaw, wired my mouth shut. My mouth was wired shut for like a year and a half.
So you couldn't talk?
I couldn't talk. I was like this. Hey guys, my mouth was wired shut and I had to drink.
Oh my goodness.
I had to drink Ensure drinks through a straw.
So nobody talked to you?
No, fuck. Would you talk to the bitch with her mouth wired shut? I mean, ain't nothing going in.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she's not talking, which is amazing.
You're bad.
Back in high school, you know.
But no one asked me, especially because when you have that traumatic of a surgery, your face because when you have any kind of facial surgery, your face just swells because the breaking bones in your face and things like that. My shit stayed swollen for 4 years. I looked like a chipmunk, and I thought that shit would never go down, and it finally did.
But you didn't gain any weight though, because
no, you don't gain weight. I was super skinny
right?
because I couldn't eat, food. I was so skinny. All I could do was drink Ensure for like a year and a half.
When they opened your jaw, what was the first thing you ate?
Bro, when they opened my jaw.
What's the first thing you put in your mouth?
Okay, first of all, McDonald's, which is disgusting. But I wanted a cheeseburger and fries so bad.
And their fries
because I was starving. But listen to this shit. You really underestimate the value of being able to brush your tongue. Because you don't think about it. When you brush your teeth.
Yeah, you brush your tongue.
You brush your tongue, right?
Oh, for a year and a half.
Imagine not being able to brush your tongue for a year and a half.
What came off of that?
Bro,
when you spit out, what was it like?
When they opened my mouth, there was a film about an inch thick on top of my tongue. Thick film. And they had to scrape that shit off like scraping the top of a piece of butter. Like that much. Like so disgusting.
It must have smelled so bad in your mouth.
So bad. Like so nasty. Just awful. Like fucking gross. It was the worst time of my life. But I made it through.
You did.
made it through.
You did make it through.
Yeah, I feel like I'm finally peaking.
But you're still crazy.
Oh yeah, still crazy. But
still crazy.
It's just, I'll have those forever.
I just couldn't find a date. I didn't have. But see, you had a reason nobody had.
You didn't have a reason.
Your jaw was like messing. Me, I just was me.
What was wrong? Where did you go to school?
I went in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
So, I was like, it wasn't a lot of ethnicity in the...
Oh, you were like the only...
But it wasn't like, I was like the Blasian. I'm black and Asian.
Were people racist?
Oh, yeah.
They were?
Not all of them, but it was racist. I lived in Houston, Texas. My family was the first interracial couple like in the area.
What did they do?
Oh, they had nicknames for me. They called me like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But it was cool. Like,
that's fucked up.
I don't want to make the whole school like that.
Because it was only some people.
It was just some people. It's like everything. There's stupid people everywhere. But, I definitely stood out.
Yeah.
But the older I got, the more diversity came into play. Like elementary, not a lot, and then you get to middle school, more people come.
Your
and then
dad started fucking people around the neighborhood. You're like, there's more people coming out, more people like me.
No.
I'm just kidding.
But then you start seeing more diversity. So like my high school, I would say was like 90% white and then 10% other. Oh yeah,
that's fucking white.
Yeah, no, it was a white school.
I grew up outside of Philly, so I don't relate. But that's crazy, dude.
And then when I went to college, I went to University of Arkansas, so that was all white. But I was cool now because
university at Arkansas.
Yeah, I play football for them.
Why would you want to go to Arkansas?
Because I play football for them.
So they just gave you a scholarship?
They were good at football, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but when I got to college, I was cool then because I was mixed. So every white girl wanted to be like, oh, let's see what this is all about.
I bet he got a big dick, but he's also Asian, so maybe he's got a small dick.
See? He's
just got like that middle dick.
And I was the one they could bring to their parents and go, I don't know what he is. You know?
Wow.
But it was a thing where I dated all types of ethnicities and women. But it's funny how when I'm being mixed as a young kid, it's kind of made fun of. But now it's cool. You know, so to see how like everybody wants mixed babies and things like that. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants to be mixed. I mean, me, I'd like love to be something like I'm like other than just Italian. I'd love to be something because
mixed kids are beautiful.
Well, they're beautiful, and also I feel like the tables are turning, especially in Hollywood. I notice a lot of my friends who are minorities or different ethnicities.
Yeah, they're getting jobs now.
They're booking so many jobs.
Diversity is in right now, but you know, in 20 years, you know, it might not be. So you just go through swings. Who knows? You know, that's why I don't get caught up in it. That's why I love stand up because you make your own path.
How did you get into stand up? You're a football player.
I know, it's so funny.
Yeah, bro, let's get more Gatorade.
Yeah.
Like, how did you go?
I worked at E.
I remember that. You were on E.
I was on E. I did the Daily 10 and I did E! News and I did a satellite Sirius radio show for E! At the time.
Right.
So I would interview all these stars and that's how I met Chelsea and the Kardashians.
Yes.
And Chelsea put me on her show. But
she's funny.
I wasn't she's great. I wasn't a comedian on the show. I was the entertainment reporter.
Right.
So I always had to defend the celebrity, which Chelsea made fun of me.
Wow.
So she would call me the celebrity ass kisser because our boss, which was her man at the time, was like, you can't dog celebrities, you have to interview them.
Yeah.
So that's how.
They'll be like, I heard you talking shit on me, motherfucker. Look, I'm not answering your question.
Or just want, carpets. You just, if you see somebody on a carpet you hate, you're not going to stop and talk. Yep. You just walk right by. Bye.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be that dude. So I let everybody make fun of me. But how that led into stand up, everywhere I went, since I was on that show, people thought I did stand up. So I was like,
they just assumed it.
They just assumed because you're part of something, full of comedians, and they thought like that was an act I was doing. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, let me try it, and I tried it, and it took off.
Congratulations!
Yeah, and I love it. The first time I got off stage, I called my mom, and I go, "This is what I was born to do."
Oh,
I love it so much.
I love that you called your mom.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Awesome.
I'm a mama's boy.
And you still have both your parents?
Yes, I'm lucky.
That's beautiful.
My dad just turned 75, and my mom's 69. Knock on wood.
Your mom's 69.
Yeah.
God.
Stop it. See.
I just have to ruin everything.
I know, you just ruined the moment.
Okay. So I love hearing
your crazy eyes.
I love hearing your story. I love hearing your life story, and I kind of wanted everyone to hear kind of where you come from and everything like that. But the premise of the podcast, worst first.
Yes.
Talk about some of the worst shit that's ever happened to you. Mm-hmm. And I know you came here with some stories.
Well, the first one is my first near-death experience.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that.
In front of my parents. So
yeah, you told me yesterday.
Yeah. I told you a little bit about it. Yeah. My parents, this is way back in the day when Isuzu trucks were big and we would put big tire rims on them. You know, like you would bling out your car and listen to loud rap.
I never did that.
No, because you're younger than me.
I had enough bling on my teeth. I was like, I don't need any more.
You were blinging by yourself.
I was like, hey guys, you see these braces? Go ahead.
So I'm driving in this Isuzu truck, and when you're driving, each side is a one-way street.
Okay.
So to turn, you have to turn in another lane.
Right.
Well, a car was blocking, like I'm coming this way and a car was blocking it, but they told me I could turn.
Oh.
But they didn't see the other car, and this was right in front of my parents' restaurant. So I turned, and they hit my truck. It flips, lands on top, like on its top.
Like the roof?
Of the roof.
It flipped over, upside down.
I'm upside down. My parents look out the window, and all they saw was the new rims they bought me on the truck spinning.
Oh my God.
And it was weird. They said I was I woke up in ICU, and I wasn't hurt, but precautions. They put me, I woke up in the hospital. I don't know if it was ICU, but I woke up in the hospital, and they said I was out for an hour or so. But what's crazy is I heard everything.
That when people were talking.
I heard everything. And that goes back to what we talked about.
That scares me.
I couldn't open my eyes but I heard my mom run over and go, is he okay? Is he alive?
But you didn't have the energy to open your eyes.
I don't know if it's energy or what. I didn't open I heard everything though. I heard them put me in I went in and out, but I heard my mom yelling. I heard my dad running out the restaurant. I heard the doctors going, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. I heard them say, we need the ambulance. I heard everything. And it was one of those moments where it's almost like it's the only other, it happens to me a lot when I dream. I'm dreaming, but I know I'm dreaming.
Oh, yeah.
So you're kind of up,
Lucid
but you're kind of not.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot.
That's cool.
And it's like I can choose where I want to go in my dreams.
That's dope. A lot of people want to do that.
It's weird, though.
It's cool.
It's weird.
You're like, I want to fly. You're just all...
No, it's weird. It's weird, but this felt like that.
Whoa.
And I don't know if I was in a dream state when this happened, but I heard a lot of the stuff that was going on.
Did you feel scared? Do you remember?
No.
You just felt calm?
It was kind of like I don't want to get too weird, but it wasn't an out of body experience because I wasn't looking down at myself or anything.
Right.
But it was almost like if you're on the telephone listening to everything going on.
Whoa.
If you're on FaceTime, but you're not looking at FaceTime, you're just hearing everything.
Right.
So I heard everything. I heard ambulances. I heard, and my truck was smashed in, like the top of the roof. Like they had to wire, what is that?
Jaws of life.
Yeah, open the truck. But I was a little hurt, but I wasn't like no major damage.
Did you have like a broken arm or anything?
Nothing. I've never broken
just
a
like
bone
some
in my body.
scratches.
Just some scratches.
And they thought they probably brought you to the hospital and checked you out because sometimes people look fine and they have internal bleeding.
Yeah.
And that's like really scary.
But what was crazy is I even heard them say, let's get him to open his eyes. And they tried getting me to open my eyes and I couldn't open my eyes. And they go, well, he's breathing. It looks like he's okay. But like my body wasn't functioning. You know,
no matter if you tried,
if I tried, I couldn't open. It's like I was watching. Not watching's the wrong word. It's like it wasn't out of the body, but it was a state where I couldn't function. It's almost like if you're, what is that, when you go to the doctor and they it numbs you out.
Oh, like anesthesia.
They knock you out. Anesthesia, but they didn't put enough in me. So I heard and felt everything, but I couldn't react.
Oh my God.
That's what it was like.
That's what I feel like happens when you die. I feel like your body and like everything, this is so scary. I feel like your body and everything shuts down and you can't function anymore, but I feel like you still know what's going on and it freaks me out. And that's why I feel so scared that that's what happens. I don't know why I have like a weird feeling that, because then there's like, you ever read about that stuff, how like back in the day when they would decapitate people, they found out later that
they could see themselves.
Your head stays alive for 2 full minutes when it's detached from the body.
Yeah. So they were actually, if their head they usually went down, so they wouldn't see. But can you imagine if they knew
that way
and you're looking at
and then there's 2 minutes of that till
But sometimes, like what they said on the battlefields, when they would cut their head off on a battlefield, and the head just rolls off and they're looking at themselves.
Isn't that terrifying?
That's horrible.
Isn't that terrifying that people have died that way?
Isn't that terrifying that was normal?
Yes.
Isn't it? I mean, and like when people say, oh, nobody would really, like, it's amazing what men, and I'm saying men, not what men are capable of doing if they feel that it's right.
Yeah, but women were gnarly too. Didn't you ever hear?
I know.
Did you ever hear about that lady, that Madame Bathra lady?
No.
Okay, this bitch, she was a fucking psycho. She was an old school serial killer. She was a queen or something. Madame Bathroy, her name was. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But anyway, so she believed that the only way to stay young was to bathe in blood.
Okay, is this a real story though? It is.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to show you right now.
Okay.
So literally, she would kill her servants, women, and bathe in their blood. She killed up to 650 people before she was finally executed. Or actually, I don't even know if she got executed. I think they kind of just went, you're not allowed to be in charge. Okay, here it is. Countess Elizabeth Bathra, serial killer, was a Hungarian noblewoman and a reputed serial killer from the noble family of Bathra. She owned land in the Kingdom of Hungary. She was labeled as the Guinness Book of World Records as the most prolific female murderer through the precise number of victims. It says that she murdered what they assume to be around 650 victims in her lifetime. She would bathe in their blood because she thought that it made her youthful looking. So she would literally cut them open. She's also known as the Blood Countess, the blood lady of.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a real woman.
But my question is,
look at this bitch. She wasn't even that cute.
Oh my gosh.
Like, bitch, you ain't even that cute.
But I'm interested if she actually did the killing.
I'm sure she did.
No, she had people do it for her. I guarantee she didn't kill those people. She had servants that did it for her.
Wait, let's read it right here. It says...
I would be shocked if she did it by her own hands.
She would bathe in the blood of virgins to retain her youth. And let's see. Accusation.
There's no way she did it.
I'm trying to read if it said that she did it. I don't know.
I guarantee they killed him and they set up her bath.
Oh my God, how fucked up is this? It says, according to testimonies, Bathra's initial victims were servant girls ages 10 to 14 years. 10 to 14-year-old girls.
So bad.
The daughters of local peasants, many of whom were lured to her castle in promise of paid work. So they thought they were going to have jobs. And then she began killing the daughters. It says she would have people abducted. Oh my God. Burning, mutilation of hands, biting flesh off faces and other body parts, freezing or starving to death.
She was crazy.
Wow. So she was a total fucking psycho. She would beat them. She was also suspected of cannibalism.
Okay.
So this bitch was insane.
She's like every bad murderer combined into one.
Dude, as a woman, too. And you know what's so gnarly? It says right here, yeah, she did it. According to the testimony of several defendants, Bathra tortured and killed her victims at all of her properties.
Wow. But I guess it goes to people want to feel power. Like,
dude.
And that's what evil people too.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Scary.
So, it's just blows my mind. Like what people are capable of.
Yeah, that's why it blows my mind too. Especially because I'd like to think we've evolved like a bit, but
we haven't.
We still are violent.
And it goes back to what we talked about.
Yeah.
That's why, whether you believe in religion or not, I hope at least it keeps. If everybody is religious, it keeps order.
Yeah.
And because back in the day, civilizations that didn't have religion,
they
cannibalized each other. Literally, like, killed each other because there's no rules.
They were like, well, what do we have to lose? We're not going to get judged.
You're not going to get judged.
There's no heaven or hell.
So for all the people that go, man, religion's fake, you need to support religion. You don't have to believe in it.
Right.
You just need to be like, you don't need to dog it because it actually keeps order.
Because if people live their lives thinking that there's no consequences for whatever they do, can you imagine the chaos?
Oh, it'd be chaos every single day.
If every single person felt there's no consequence.
Even prisons have a system in place. They have their groups. You need to be a part of them. Like, it's just not everybody beating and killing up everybody in prison, which they could do.
Yeah.
Even they have a system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's gnarly. And that's why I feel like a lot of prisons try to instill religion.
Yes.
Like, guys go to prison and they either become really close to God or they become like workout junkies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you find...
Or both.
Yeah, or both.
A very muscular preacher.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Good for
I've
you.
never been. Have you?
No. I mean, I look like I have, but I haven't.
You do. You straight up look like you've been arrested like 5 or 6 times.
I probably should have been, but I never have been.
Have you done anything you should be arrested for?
I pooped in a yard once.
Oh,
like a big poop.
Why?
Well, it was my own yard, and
okay. Well, that's not against the law. You pooped in your own yard?
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's like public indecency because I'd like pull my pants down. Like anyone could have seen me because we like live on top of a hill. Yeah, I shit in my yard. I've told this story before on my podcast, but I can tell you really quickly.
Well, which house was it?
The house with Tommy. Yeah, I pooped in the yard. Yeah.
That's not attractive.
I know, it's gross. Well, he didn't know. The whole thing was that I had a really bad stomach ache. We just started dating and I was pretty much living at the house and I didn't want him to hear. I didn't want him to hear me.
So how'd you wipe?
Having a shit.
How'd you wipe?
I don't know.
Did you slide your butt?
It wasn't like greasy.
Did you slide your butt across the grass like a dog? I can see you just like dragging.
I feel like I used a leaf or something. I don't know. Basically, I was like, I have to take the dogs out. They have to go to the bathroom. And I go outside and I was like, I am so sick. Like we ate something and I was so sick. Like it was going to be gnarly.
So you got on all fours just like the dog. And
Not on fours. I squatted.
You were pooping right next to the dogs.
Oh, yeah. The dogs actually didn't poop. They were just looking at me like, this bitch? Really? Like, damn. Like,
did you pick it up? and throw it away?
No.
Okay. You didn't have a doggy bag?
No.
You didn't pick up your own
and it
stuff?
gets worse.
Oh my God. I don't want.
What do you think happened?
Tommy stepped in it.
Close. My dogs the next day
started eating it. No! You're disgusting. I don't want to ever see you again. Like, seriously.
You leave my podcast.
Like, I'm done. This is disgusting. I'm out on a podcast with a girl that pooped in the yard and then her dogs ate it and then licked your face.
Not mine.
Tommy's.
Yes!
Oh my.
So listen, so I literally didn't pick it up because I'm like, what am I gonna do? Bring it inside? I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And like, so I just like left it. I was like, oh, he'll think it's like the dog shit or something, right? So we go back inside. I'm fine. I think I like totally get away with it. It's whatever. And I did. And I would have gotten away with it if I never shared this on the podcast, but it's too funny not to share. And, and I have no shame. So anyway, so the next day I go out, I let the dogs out and I see Nina, the wiener dog, munching on something in the yard. And I'm like, what the fuck is she out there? She's all just over there in the yard eating like a full, like it's fucking breakfast. Like it's fucking Rice Krispie treats. Like she's just in it. I'm loving it. And I'm like, oh my God. And then Tommy calls her. He's like, come on, Nina, come inside. And I walk out there and I see she ate like 90% of my shit. And it was on her mouth and she was licking her mouth. And I was like, ew, oh my God. Ugh, right? So Tommy picks her up and she starts kissing him. She's kissing him on the face. And then he goes, ew, her breath smells like shit.
You were like, my shit. That is awful, man.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I know, and he had no idea till I told this on my podcast. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah, you're disgusting.
I'm disgusting. Yeah, I'm definitely really gross. Like, but I mean, I'm clean.
Do you fart in front of Tommy?
No, he will divorce me.
Really?
Oh God, he hates that. Like, if he has, that's why I was so scared to even poo in the house.
Have you ever pooped with him at the house? I mean, with him at the house.
Yes, but I have to literally go to like a bathroom that's at like the other end of the house.
You know what's funny is...
Are you and your wife like that?
I've never...
Heard her fart,
smelled her fart. I even sometimes come home early.
Just to see if you can catch her?
Just to see if I can catch a smell.
You want to catch her?
I do.
You do?
But she never... she says she never poops. Which I know she does.
Of course she does. But or she's the most backed up woman in history. God, can you imagine?
But it's amazing that, because usually you'll catch something, go into a bathroom, smell something.
Yeah, you live with each other long enough. Wow.
Never.
Good for her.
It's crazy.
But
her mom, she said her mom was like that. So they must have some technique.
That's great. You know, it needs to kind of, I mean, I get couples get comfortable and you like, you know, like whatever, that's kind of funny sometimes.
But does he fart in front of you?
No, he thinks farting is the line crosser.
Wow.
He really is grossed out by it. Like, he will not.
So he's not a dude. Like, dude's like...
I mean, did you see what he wore in the 80s? He definitely was not a dude. He wore like what I wear right now. Like, he had higher heels than I've ever owned. But yeah, no, I mean, he just... And I kind of get it, because if you get to that point of... I don't know, what is it, like too comfortable in your relationship?
You become disgusting.
It can become kind of make the person a little unattractive, you know?
Yeah.
And you want to keep that like attraction. So I get it. That's why I was like, I'm out of here, because I knew I was so sick. I was like, I am not going to the bathroom in the house. You will hear me no matter if I'm across the fucking 10 yards in the hallway. Like, I was so scared.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so literally if either of us has to go to the bathroom, we'll like either go to like a bathroom all the way across the house, or we'll go downstairs, or we'll like something, you know?
Now, do you tell each other you're about to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll be like, but don't say like I'm gonna shit. We'll just say like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and that we know what that means if we're announcing it.
I go, I'm gonna make a baby. That's what I tell
them. Do you?
And what's crazy is I said that at my house, my parents' house, when we went to Houston. And I looked at my wife. I gotta go make a baby. My dad goes, oh, you use that word too? I didn't even know my parents use that word to each other.
You don't think you heard it growing up?
No, I never heard it growing
so
up.
Cute.
So my parents use that too when they have to do it. But I just randomly tell my wife, I'm going to make a baby. She's like, all right. And
she doesn't care?
No.
Okay.
No, as long as I don't do it around her.
Have you farted in front of her?
Yes, and I feel disgusting.
We were like, was it like an accident?
It was.
Like, but you laughed, you're all, oh God.
Yeah. No, what happened was I can't drink sparkling water.
Oh my God.
It gives me so sparkling.
Let's get him a sparkling water.
No, let's don't. It makes me so gassy. But I can't see you thinking farting is under trap. Like
me?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I want to hear Tommy fart. It's all him. Like when he has to shit, I like listen. I stand up against the door. Like he'll be like, I'm going to the bathroom. I don't like tell him, but I like want to hear it.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, but they're cute. It's like so not. Yeah, they're like pretty. I'm like, ew, this is not cool. Mine are so aggressive. Like, come on, all my anxiety and stress and
just
like
coming out.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. Okay, on that note, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, we got to take a break
We're going to
already?
take a quick shit break. Go take your shits, guys. Come back.
Do it quietly.
And we'll be quietly so your significant other isn't here. Or go rip one in their face. I don't know. Either way. Whatever kind of person you are. And we'll be right back with Michael Yo on Worst First. Okay, we're back.
Okay, wow.
How was that?
It was good.
Did you have a good break?
Was it good for you?
It was great for me.
It was so good for me.
Oh my God. So I'm like so traumatized by your near-death story.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can I tell you another worst first?
Yes.
The worst date I ever went on?
Yes, I want to hear it.
Okay.
You came so prepared.
You know, that's what I do.
Guys,
Thank you.
leave him some nice comments.
Thank you.
And go subscribe to the Yo Show because he came prepared for this.
And follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram. Well, you'll be
be
tagged in on my Instagram page, so they'll find you.
So, I take this girl out. This is a long time ago, probably when I first moved to LA.
Okay.
So about 11 years ago, and I took out this girl, and we went to breakfast because you know that's easy.
That's cute.
Let's do breakfast.
Breakfast is
Everything
cute.
was going right till the food showed up.
Oh no.
She ate everything with her hands.
Ew.
Eggs, like anything, like even like they had like oatmeal with her fingers. Yes, yeah. Like just
did she grow up in a cave?
I don't know. And she was beautiful, like beautiful,
really?
and just like when she picked up the eggs, she put ketchup. She put ketchup on the eggs and then grabbed them and ate them like that.
Michael.
And then she picked up some oatmeal and ate it like that.
Where the fuck was she from?
I don't know. And my
know
friend set me up on this date.
Oh my God, he's all. I met this girl. She's a Neanderthal, but.
No, he was roommates with her. So he goes, this girl's mad cool. So we all hung out one night, and I was like, wow, she's beautiful, she's nice. Let's go to breakfast. She's like, cool. And literally, that happened the next morning.
He never saw this bitch in the fucking kitchen eating Cheerios, just like. She just doesn't like want to clean spoons. I don't know what her deal is.
I don't know, but and I was like,
did you say something?
No.
Why?
I'm nice.
I'd have been like, honey, there's a fork.
And that's the thing. The silverware were right next to her.
What?
And I was like, you know, my mind, the first thing I think is, okay, I'm in LA. I'm new. Is this some, wellness, some type of.
Or like a fucking hippie thing?
Hippie thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought, is this a hippie thing? Maybe she's super hippied out. I don't know, but it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
That breakfast was so quick. Literally, I ate and said, I got to go. So it was like a 15-minute date at tops. We got the food, we ordered, we started eating, and then we were done like 10 minutes after that.
And then she messaged you. She's like, why didn't you text me back? You don't
and
like
her hands
me?
were still filled with ketchup.
It's all just sticky. There's just syrup all over her phone. Why are you not texting me?
I don't understand what's going on.
Just oatmeal all over the phone.
Hold on, I need to lick my phone.
That's a fucking good way to get the flu.
Oh.
Wow. Ew.
Yeah, that's the worst date I've ever been on.
That's pretty bad. I mean, was she trying to have good conversation with you while she was just eating eggs with her hands?
No, she was so nice.
She's also, tell me about where you're from. Let me just, like, just fucking.
No, it was like that. And I was making big gestures with my silverware.
You're like playing it like drums. Like, this is great.
Whoa, this is how I eat eggs. Whoa, wow.
Isn't this fun? Spoons?
Wow. Woo-woo.
Spoons are great.
I was like, wow, look at their silver. This is beautiful.
Shiny.
Wow. I mean, and she's just like, yeah, that's great. Yeah. I can't.
That's disgusting, dude. That would make me go out to
like be done.
I
would love? I bet you somebody that listens to your podcast does that.
Oh, like, I'm sure. Leave it in the comments if you're a fucking weird hand eater.
I guarantee you.
So we can all hate on you. Just kidding. We won't hate on you.
No, we'll just think you're weird.
It's strange. It's like those people. Have you met those people in LA who swear that they have to walk everywhere barefoot because they're those.
What is that?
You haven't met those people?
No.
There's a few actors and actresses who do it.
Why?
Who are very famous. Because they believe in the healing of the earth and they're like weird and they think that, and I'm not going to name names, I'll tell you after. They think that the humans are supposed to be barefoot and that we get
From
like
cavemen.
some kind of weird health benefits from walking on the raw earth. But that doesn't make sense to me because we've paved most of the raw earth and it's not like you're walking on a dirt path. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like if you walk on the earth, the vibe or whatever they're looking for, it would be strong enough to go through your shoe.
Right? Right? Like it's not fucking like...
It's almost like, hey, this great energy is coming through the earth, but it's stopped by 1 inch of plastic.
It's just weird. And I went on a date with one of these people and I was like...
Did you date famous people before you met Tommy?
Yes.
A
I'm
lot of
not
them?
naming names. I'll tell you later.
A lot of them?
Like a couple. But it wasn't even on purpose. It would just be people that I hung out with or like
Now,
met.
were they weird?
A lot of them, yes. But
What?
look, I'm fucking weird. Everyone's
Yeah,
weird.
you are.
Everyone's weird. So many people are weird.
I'm not weird.
You're kind of normal.
I am normal.
Yeah, you actually do seem kind of normal.
And maybe that's why I didn't have a date to homecoming. Because I'm not weird and crazy.
No, it's not great. Because I'd rather be normal. I really would.
So I think you are a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. I think sometimes like
I mean, I wish.
like I think what changed my view on you was like I don't want to go back to my podcast, but that last 30 minutes on our podcast, like that was so normal.
In depth.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
I can talk about real shit.
See, and that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
But but
then you also don't share a house with me.
I wouldn't want to share a house.
My husband's like, Jesus Christ. But it's entertaining. It's always a fun time.
It's entertaining to you.
It's always a fun time for everyone, I promise.
No, for you. Just for you. You're like,
but wait,
funny.
I have to tell you the story. So I went on a date with this guy.
With the Earth Walker.
The Earth Walker with his fucking dirty toes and his fucking bare ass feet.
He goes into the
restaurants, grocery stores, fucking everywhere, dude. And he invited me to a painting class where a girl sits nude and everyone can draw and paint her. And I show up and he's fucking barefoot and it's near like downtown LA and there's like fucking dirty condoms and
needles, all kinds
you know
of
how
stuff.
it is.
Yeah.
Like it's disgusting.
STDs.
It's like a staph infection waiting to happen. Like if you got an ingrown toenail, like there goes your whole life.
Oh my gosh.
And he's walking around like it's nothing.
So people would stare at him.
Oh, yeah.
Not because he was famous, because his feet.
Well, both. But I think it was like you'd see that he was famous and then you'd look down and be like, like, why are you doing that? It was so disturbing. I'll tell you later. I'm not saying it on here.
Okay.
I'm not like a name dropper. I mean, sometimes, but not really.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, if it's appropriate. But this is, it was just.
Guesses.
Okay. It was just really disturbing. It was like kind of like, we wouldn't like, I wouldn't say it was like a relationship. Like, I would hang out with him every once in a while and would be like, oh, hang out, whatever. But he was strange. And for me to say that.
Yeah. Because you're crazy.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did his eyes get bigger than yours?
Times
like crazy? Did he have crazy eyes too?
No. No one will beat me my crazy eyes, except for maybe Charles Manson.
Yes.
Charles Manson might have me beat. Because we both have really dark eyes.
Are you his child?
No.
Is he your father?
Oh my God, no.
What have you found out? You did the 23andMe. You did the 23andMe, and it's like
all Charles Manson's. It's just that's my whole like nationality is Charles Manson. That would be horrifying, and he does have kids. Did you know that?
I don't want to even talk about it.
But they're like remorseful about him.
They're any like, normal person would be.
They're like horrified that he did the stuff that he did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
You know what's also really weird? Do you know Erewhon in LA?
Yeah.
Do you ever go to Erewhon?
Yeah. Yes. I've been to Erewhon. Yes. I go to Erewhon all the time. Why? Have you, Brittany, gone to Erewhon?
Okay, guys. So if you watch that show You.
Oh yeah.
So you know how
is
they
that an Erewhon?
It's an Erewhon joke because you know how the name of the place is
Nirvana backwards, right?
It's
Havana?
Nirvana backwards. It's Irvana or whatever. So that's making fun of Erewhon, you guys, which is a local grocery store that's supposed to be like this grocery store in You because Erewhon backwards is nowhere. Did you even know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So
what?
Anyway,
don't roll your big eyes at me. Those huge eyes. It took an hour for her eyeball to get from one side to the other side because they're so big.
Okay, so fun little story.
Well, let me know now.
So, like this really cute girl used to go to Erewhon all the time, and I would see her, and she was really pretty. And one of my friends, we used to joke around that he was like the mayor of Erewhon because he was always at fucking Erewhon. Crosby. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, Crosby Taylor. So he was always there, and I would see this really pretty girl. And one day I was like, who is this girl? Because she's always here, always eating by herself. And he goes, oh, that's Charles Manson's girlfriend. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, that's Charles Manson's.
When he was in jail.
Yes. She was like 27. This was like several years ago.
Yeah.
She was like 27, and she would go to jail and have, I guess they had conjugal visits or whatever. Just really pretty, seemingly normal looking girl having her little fucking Erewhon food, all organic, sitting there and dating a fucking psychopath. And I was like, what? How fucking bananas is that?
You just never know, man.
And Erewhon is like the place in LA, wouldn't you say that? Like everyone fucking if you
is
wanna,
that the place?
It's the place.
I go there
on Beverly, but you don't live that close. You're in Studio City.
Like when I lived in that area, I honestly just go and get my stuff and leave. I hate
There's people that hang out there.
No way,
dude.
No, there's no one that hangs out at a grocery store.
I used to go to Erewhon.
It sounded like you were the one hanging out there.
No. I would go get same thing as you and get lunch there, and I would eat my lunch and leave. Every time I was there, would see Vincent Gallo. Every single time I was there. Like, he was there. I could go at like 2 p.m. I could go at like 4 p.m. Just hanging out. Sitting at the tables outside, talking to people.
So some people use it as a Starbucks. Kind of just hang out.
I think so. I think they use it as like outside like benches and stuff that are set up.
I could understand that if you live around and you just want to hang out, talk to friends. Hey, let's meet. It's
Erewhon.
Free.
Yeah, just sit and loiter.
Yeah.
You get like one piece of kale and you can hang out all day. Your $75 piece of kale.
Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't go to like.
It was kind of a scene.
The sceney thing I do in Studio City, if you call it sceney, is Aroma.
Jones on 3rd. Oh, Aroma.
Aroma is so good.
Aroma Cafe is so good, though.
I love it.
It's not even about being sceney there because the food is so good.
I go I'm probably poor right now from going there so much.
You go to Jones too?
I do. I like Jones.
Jones is bomb.
But Jones is more sceney. Like my friend put it in perspective. He lives in Studio City. He says the people that are actually making moves go to Aroma because they're talking real.
Your friend's like the agent of like
the agent of Studio City. He goes, no, he actually lives in Hollywood and he came in. He's a big actor.
Okay.
So he came in and we were there and he goes, wow, these are the people that actually make the decisions that go eat here. And then when you go across to Hollywood, it's just people that want to make it.
Ew, like networking.
Yeah, and I'm not a great networker.
I can't talk to someone unless I really like them or enjoy their company.
I wear I can do how are you?
Yeah.
But once we get past that, I can't fake it past that.
You're like, I could do this podcast and then never talk to you again.
And I won't ever talk to you again. I mean, this is our last conversation we'll ever have because you're crazy. You poop in yards. I mean, why would I want to talk? Hey, my wife would be like, how was the podcast? Well, she poops in yards.
This bitch is fucking insane.
Yeah, she has crazy eyes.
I'm dead. You said that 17 times during this podcast.
Because you do. You need to know that.
I know. I can't help it. I open them because I'm excited. I just want people to know.
I just want people to know how excited I am. I am so excited that you are here. I guarantee. You know what you should do? Let me tell you. I guarantee you this would
Should I just do like this all the time?
No.
Does that look better?
Because now it looks like you're making fun of Asian people.
I can't win.
Let me tell you what I should do as a test. And I guarantee you it will probably have more followers on Instagram than you.
What?
Do an account with just your eyes. Just different looks. No,
Someone made an account making fun of my thumb.
What's wrong with your thumbs? They're long? Your thumb, you have the longest thumbs I have ever seen in my life. Your eyes and your thumbs. Oh my God.
I'm leaving this podcast with the lowest self-esteem. Look at my thumbs.
Everything on you is huge. If you were a dude, your penis would be bigger than Tommy's. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything is, look at this.
Oh my God, I accidentally walked onto my brother one time. He has the biggest, scariest penis. It gave me like a panic attack.
Wait, your brother?
Yes. When I was growing up, I walked in the bathroom one time and I was like, oh God. And it was horrifying.
How old were you?
Probably like 14.
So you knew what a big penis was.
Yeah. It was scary. I mean, I knew what a dick was, and definitely that was way too big. I was like, what do we get bored next to a power plant? Like, what happened?
Are you a superhero?
It was scary. I will never forget. I was traumatized. It was very traumatizing. Yeah. Very
Did you tell your friends? Like,
hell no.
How old was he compared to you?
He's 2 years older than me, so he was like
so he
16, 17.
With a lot of your friends then.
You know, they didn't really do that in my area. Like, it was like if you were older, you kind of just dated girls in your grade. I feel like the whole dating young girls thing is like a new thing.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that.
Or maybe it was my high school.
No, there's always been like sophomore girls that go to prom with a senior.
I mean, I would date guys that were like out of high school when I was like, 17, 18, just about to graduate. But I felt like in my school, for some reason, there was like a thing. If you were older and you dated a younger girl, people would be like, ooh. Isn't that weird?
Maybe it's high school like that.
Maybe it was just high school. But I know now as you get older, it's like normal.
Yeah.
But in my high school in particular was not like a thing. You know, you either dated someone in your grade, or if you were like a girl and you were about to graduate, maybe you dated someone out of high school.
If you were a senior, you would date a college guy, something like that.
Right. It was weird. Yeah, it didn't really make sense. Yeah,
people
it was very
morals back
traumatizing.
then.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I feel like people had a little bit more morals.
Yeah.
They did. And people weren't as mean.
Now, were people not as mean, or now since everybody's on social media, you can see everything. It's the same meanness, but now it's in front of you.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, because that was interesting. It's like, is crime up, down from 25 years ago, or are we just seeing it a lot more?
That's a good point.
You know, I don't know, because I remember, like, I'm older than you, but I remember when the news would come on once a day, like at 7.
Yeah, the 7 o'clock news.
Like, literally, Kobe news, if that broke back then,
right,
you would see it once
right,
and then have to wait all day next. So a death would take you a week to 2 weeks to get over it. Now, Kobe, next week we'll still feel it, but it'll kind of be. You can already.
Oh my
tell
God, you sound like my husband. He said how sad it is. Like when Prince died.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
It was like 2 days.
That's it.
And then everyone was like, so there's a corgi race going on in Long Beach. Everyone go check that out.
You know what's funny, and I'm sure
it's kind of just really.
You know what's funny is kind of like we all did the tribute to Kobe on Instagram, and then the next one you're back to normal. Your next post.
I didn't want to post again, but then like I got so much hate because I posted a comment saying I couldn't believe that the Grammys like wouldn't just cancel. That's okay.
Somebody's at my front door.
It's okay. You're rude.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the Grammys were just like, yeah, we're just gonna do the Grammys, and you know, at the Staples Center.
Well, it's already planned. You can't cancel the Grammys.
I felt like that was such a catastrophic thing to happen.
But what are you talking about? Clive Davis did his party with Whitney Houston dead downstairs.
Oh my God, that was horrible.
The show must, horrible. What do they say? The show must go on?
I know, but I'm sensitive, and I am
too.
I like the world to stop sometimes, and I know it doesn't, and I know people are.
But in our terms, it did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still like, I don't know if you saw the tribute this ESPN lady did.
No. Oh, I heard about it. She did a really good job. I heard about it. That's how good it was, is that I didn't even see it, but I heard about it.
I was balling.
Really?
And now that I have a baby girl that's like 2 months old today.
Can you imagine your 13-year-old daughter?
Oh, but like I said, I just hope it was quick, and because I couldn't imagine Kobe being in that helicopter if something malfunctioned
and he knew,
and looking at your daughter knowing this was it.
Although I will,
and then you can't protect her. That's the whole thing. Like my kids right now and my wife, like that's why I get so nervous. Like I think about them all the time. It's like I always want to protect them.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
100%. Like and I hate when I'm not around.
Yeah.
I'm getting emotional, but I just want to always be there for them.
Well, that's really sweet. Yeah. That's really good. I mean, I feel like that's like a father's natural instinct.
It is, and it's so weird that. Because we're in the industry and you're very self-absorbed.
Everyone
But
is.
when you get married and have kids, it's so crazy where, it's
not about just you anymore.
It's not where, I don't want to get too dark, but I don't even care about dying as long as my family's okay.
Wow,
it's so crazy where you get to that point where it's like, as long as they're fine.
Was that what changed when you had children? Did that happen when you had children?
Yeah.
Wow, so maybe that's what having children does.
No, I'm telling. Well, even with my wife, it's like You know, but now that I see her as a mom, 100%. Like if I was 50-50 on dying for my wife, I'm all in now because she's an amazing mom. And I think like, this sounds really sad. I don't want to get too sad, but
you can say
the
sad.
only thing I hope my kids know, like I'm fine with passing away as long as they know how much I really love them.
Aww.
You know, like my son is 3, but he really doesn't know. And I don't think they really grasp that until they're like 10, 11. Like, I hope I make it that long because I really want to look them in the eye and let them know. No, I will. I will.
Yeah, you
know,
will.
But you never know. Like this Kobe stuff, we're all thinking.
You do never know.
So by me saying this out loud, if something does, like that's why I do stand up and that's why I record specials.
Yeah.
Because my special is a tribute to my family. Aww. So every one I record, my son, my daughter, my wife, they can look back on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, people go, why you like, I'm going to shoot another special at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And it's because of my family. I want to document how I feel about my family every step of the way. So when I'm long gone, if that's 50 years from now, my son can be 40 going, man,
look at my dad.
And he can show his kids.
That's cute.
You know what I mean?
And your special is called Blasian. And it's on...
you can watch it free on Amazon Prime, or michaelyo.com.
Just go to michaelyo.com. You can watch your special
for free. Yeah, because it came out like probably about 5-6 months ago.
Okay.
So I wanted to the link is on mine.
Right,
so it takes you to Amazon.
Right.
But just go to michaelyo.com and hit the watch button. If you're into like, you know, I say it's a comedy about my family, but it's not family comedy. There are a few curse words in it, whatever. Okay. But it's a thing where, man, it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah, please do.
Me and Tommy always watch comedy.
Oh yeah,
we do. Like that's our thing. We just like lay in bed and watch comedy.
Do y'all ever go to the Comedy Store or
no? Because I used to hang out there, and I'm just like, it's weird. But you know, like I don't know. I love watching everyone's specials when they come out. I watch everyone, so I'm just like, you know, these are awesome.
Well, definitely when I do a big show, I want you to come out.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Joe Coy's show. And
oh yeah, that's my boy right
he's
there.
He's the best.
Oh, he's the best. Like Joe Coy's my mentor. He's the one that got me into comedy.
Really?
Like after Chelsea, me and him were on it, and he took me under his wing.
He's really nice.
So nice and genuine, and he was like, "You got talent. You're going to be big in this, and I'm going to help you." So he took me on tour when I was young, trying to find my way, and now it's kind of like, hey, now your turn to fly. And it's so great to see him just crushing it.
Isn't it so crazy how he's like helped so many people? He's very supportive.
Like, I mean, he so many people have opened for him that are now doing their own thing.
He even told me, he's like, if you ever want to do it again, just let me know. I'll have you open for me. I'm like, oh 100%. My God, I'm 100%. Dead. It's so funny. Like, he's just so nice.
He's just a giver.
Just like watch me eat a hot shit sandwich in front of all Joe Coy's fans. They'd be like, "Who is this bitch? She's not Filipino. She's got crazy eyes
and long thumbs.
She makes me feel uncomfortable." Oh my God. Okay, so is there anything else you want to say before?
No, that's my 2 words. I think I brought some good ones.
You did. You brought some really good ones. We're already in an hour talking.
Oh my God. See?
I know everyone always wants my podcast to be longer, but I try not to like stress everybody out.
Why do they want it longer?
I don't know.
They just love you.
No, I just think like some people are driving, and a lot of destinations are sometimes like an hour and a half. And it's nice to listen to something and
you know what's crazy is this podcast and you. Like, this is what I know about doing talk radio when I was on Sirius XM. It's amazing that you probably talk to some people more than they talk to their family.
Really?
Because if they listen to an hour and a half of a podcast, right? Or an hour.
Right.
When you go home, you may see your family members, but who sits down and talks for an hour? I guarantee you and Tommy, when you go home tonight, if you totaled up all the time, if you had a clock, you don't talk an hour. Or, well, maybe you. Maybe. You're like,
I don't shut the fuck up. I get home like, so babe, let me tell you about my day. Okay, so this is what I did. I had Mike on my podcast, and this is what we talked about. And I had kind of like a stomachache, and I think I'm getting my period, and I don't shut up.
Oh,
it's awful. Yeah, but he's actually like loves me, so it's like
just
fine.
Tuned you out.
Yeah. So it's fine for
You're
both
like
of us.
Television that's in the background. It's just like I think something's going on, but I don't know.
I'm just like static TV, and then I was like,
Are you listening to back.
No, I don't even care. The thing is, it doesn't matter if he's listening or not. It's just me. Like,
you just want to get it out.
It's actually so funny because I was watching this dumb video about this lady, and she was like, here's how to make your man super attracted to you. First of all, when you get home, don't tell him all about your day. Let him wonder. Let him ask you how your day was. And I'm like, oh wow, never do that.
No, because you'll never get asked.
No. And then I well, he probably would actually. He's very sweet. But it's like, I don't. And then they're like, also, don't always text your man first. Let him text you. Meanwhile, I'm all day like, hey babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? I haven't talked to you in 3 minutes. What's going on? Are you guys like having a good time?
I always text my wife.
Always.
I do it when I go to work in the morning. I always text her, I love you, so she knows. Like I'm pretty much on the level with her. Very sweet, very romantic.
Do you kiss your wife on the head before you leave?
I kiss her on the lips and head, and I kiss my baby on the head, and
Guys,
I kiss my son.
That's the sweetest thing you can do for your wife. If
Especially, the best is when she's sleeping.
Yeah,
but she's still. They know.
But we feel it.
They feel it.
I told my husband, I was like, I want kisses on the head before you go anywhere, and now he does that because I'm like, of course I'd ask for it, but it's all good.
My wife didn't have to ask for it. I provided that, Tommy.
but I'm like,
it's so sweet.
It's the sweetest, and it really makes. So if any guys are listening to this and you're in kind of a whatever, and you want to be more romantic, or you just want to be more loving to your wife, or just show your wife that you love her, kiss her on the head before you leave to go somewhere.
It's a game changer. They love it. Like my wife will say, oh my God, I felt that kiss.
Yes.
Like this is like that night. Still, it's still in their mind.
It sets us up for the whole day, like a day of happiness, a day of success. Like my husband kissed me on the head before, and I'm not talking about I'm talking about like a nice, sweet kiss on the head. Love you. If you want to throw a little I love you in there, and then go to work or go jerk off or whatever you're going to do, I don't know, whatever you guys do.
Go take a shit.
I don't know how you guys live your lives, okay? I'm not going to judge, but I'm just saying it means so much. Mm-hmm. The little things.
That's the thing about a relationship.
It doesn't take much for a guy to make a girl so happy. Really, it doesn't.
No, but in the same, it doesn't take a lot to make a guy happy.
Yeah.
So
just give him a blowjob every other day.
Every other day. No, but what I'm saying, guys are simple.
Guys are simple.
I think ladies try to make us. Not my wife. I'm talking about past experience. Like my wife is amazing.
Right.
They try to make everything so difficult.
Right. Sometimes.
Like we're very simple people.
Right.
Like when we say yes, we mean yes. When we say no, we mean no.
Guys are very black and white.
Very black and white.
Girls are very like they say no, but they mean yes. They say yes, but they mean no.
You gotta read the no's. Like, oh, are you okay? Yeah,
I'm fine.
Even their yes, yeah, I'm good. Like, okay, are you good?
You can tell.
Yeah,
you can tell.
I don't like that. Just come out and tell me. But what my wife was great about her. We have and it's communication. It's so good. Like if she has a problem, she lets me know. We've only been in one fight.
In your whole relationship?
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
Been married 4 years, 6 years together.
Wow.
We got in a fight over pillows.
Dead.
On the couch.
Dead.
Because she has so many pillows.
And you were like, I don't want all these pillows.
No, I just go, why do we have so many pillows on the couch?
Because they're fucking cute, Michael.
No, she said, and she goes, well, you bought it. I go, whoa. No. I purchased it, but you picked it out.
Yeah.
And then we just got in a fight about pillows.
I'm dead. Let her have the pillows.
No,
the pillows are
it's
cute.
So uncomfortable.
Who cares? Take them off and put them back on.
Why would you have
they look nice for when guests come over.
Why would you have so many pillows? You have to take them off.
They're fucking gorgeous, okay?
No, you have to take off pillows to sit on your own couch.
I love
That's ridiculous. And I'm slamming on the table. I'm sorry.
They're like, I'm like, don't hit the table. I'm like, this is why my table's covered in a Sherpa.
Yeah.
Because fucking people like Michael come and take out.
Did you skin some animals before the show started? It just.
All right, Michael, where can everyone find you?
Okay, at Michael Yo and michaelyo.com has everything. But please listen to the podcast.
And Michael's Michael. Yes. And well, some people spell Michael weird.
Yeah, that's true. And Yo is Y-O.
Just Y-O, like Yo. How cool is that last name? Yo.
Yeah.
Like your jerseys.
Yo.
Just Yo.
On the back.
Yo. That's fucking rad.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy
dope.
eyes.
Probably should have been a sports player.
I was. I didn't make it. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you, Brittany.
All right, guys.
Thank you, the worst Brittany.
The worst podcast you've ever done.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the worst podcast I did. So this is my worst first. It's terrible podcast. A person mentioned about pooping in the yard.
Okay, guys, you'll catch us next week on Worst First. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.